All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, this team has struck absolute gold. Brock Purdy, in games he has started, has not lost. I mean, what they're doing right now is you just don't see this kind of stuff. And I hate when people try to nitpick San Francisco, and I hate that they're trying to nitpick Brock Purdy and discredit him, Kyle Shanahan, whoever you want to name. There's just so much nitpicking going on right now. Look, at the end of the day, man, this is nothing like Jimmy G's tenure at San Francisco. That's probably my least favorite comparison is, oh, well, Jimmy G, was a Super Bowl quarterback under Kyle Shanahan and this defense and these weapons. So, what do I have in Brock Purdy? Because so far through 5 games, I mean, Jimmy G, or 4 games for him technically, he looks horrible. I mean, he literally looks horrible without Kyle Shanahan. But here's the thing, and San Francisco 49er fans understand this. NFL fans understand this. It's just completely different. I mean, the eye test alone is completely different. The statistics alone are completely different. I mean, if the NFL season right now ended, Brock Purdy would have the highest passer rating in NFL history. 123.1. Now, I understand that we're only 5 games into the season, but that's still discrediting him. He has a completion percentage of 72.1%. He has 9 touchdowns and a whopping 0 interceptions. He's averaging over 250 yards per game. You have to give credit where credit is due. Now, is Brock Purdy going to go down as the GOAT? Is he going to go down as a top 10 quarterback of all time? Is he a top 10 quarterback right now? None of this stuff matters to me. The only thing that matters is wins. Wins. You can't really evaluate or have a firm understanding of a quarterback or any player in the league for that matter, but especially a quarterback, until they've been in the league for at least 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, this kid is young. He was drafted in the 7th round, and we're talking San Francisco. It's been a while, folks, but welcome back to the channel. Before we get any further into tonight's video, I'm saying tonight as it's not 1:39 p.m. here in Florida. If you guys enjoy, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Niners fans, I haven't made a Niners video in way too long. I do apologize. If we could try and get this video to 100 likes, that would mean the world to me. Either way, we're going to be really ramping up this Niners content for the rest of the season. So here's the thing. Brock Purdy has something that you can't teach. We know he's a good passer. Watch the freaking games. If you think Brock Purdy's overrated, just watch the games. This is a dude who's barely played in double-digit games in his NFL career. But he has something that you can't teach. He has something that people would love. Quarterbacks would love what Brock Purdy can do at this point in his NFL career. He can read defenses. He can see the field. He processes the game and understands it. He's not a one-trick pony. Right? He's not relying on his playmakers. He's still making the throws. Now, what is a smart quarterback going to do? They're going to get the ball to the playmakers. But what do I need to do to get the ball to my George Kittles, to my Brandon Ayuks, to my CMCs, to my Deebo Samuels? What do I have to do? Think about it. Oh, I remember. I have to throw the ball, right? Don't I? I have to throw the football. You can't teach instincts, folks. You can't teach it. You either got it or you don't. And Brock Purdy, he has it. And he joins a loaded roster. I mean, an absolutely loaded roster. CMC, Bosa, Hufanga. I mean, you name it, Trent Williams. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There are 5 confirmed Hall of Famers, in my opinion, on this roster as it stands right now. PFF graded them number 1 in wide receiver room, in defense, in pass grade, you name it. You look at the San Francisco 49ers on paper, there's not a single nitpick. The only possible nitpick is penalties. They're 22nd in the NFL with 33 penalties. They're scoring 33.4 points per game. They're giving up 13.6 points per game. It's 2023. We live in a day and age where Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Tua, Justin Herbert, all of these loaded quarterbacks, these freak talented quarterbacks, they're giving up 13 points per game. It's not a defensive league anymore. Now, if I told you they're giving up 13 points per game 20 years ago, you'd be like, yeah, they're a good defense. This is a great defense. The San Francisco 49ers should win the Super Bowl this season. One of the best parts about Brock Purdy, outside of, he's good, he's talented, he's a professional, he has instincts, he's in control, he sees the field, he understands the game, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's also on a rookie deal. It's the perfect storm, if you will, to create an absolute dynasty and to just dominate and steamroll the NFL, which San Francisco is doing right now. They embarrassed the Dallas Cowgirls. Absolutely embarrassed. 42-10. 42-10. I remember last season turning on the TV, what was it, a 3:25 start game, San Francisco against Tom Brady, the GOAT, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If I'm not mistaken, the halftime score of that game was 35-0. They played, I think, 1 or 2 possessions in the third quarter. The TV changed channels or changed games. This was the game of the week. This was America's game of the week. They changed the game in the third quarter because it was not even close. These games are not competitive. They're not physically competitive. San Francisco is better in every single way, shape, and form. Coaching staff, players, coordinators, you name it, depth, they're loaded. I mean, they are absolutely loaded. And just the fact that you had last season a rookie quarterback go up against Tom Brady, wasn't that game on the road? Whether it was on the road doesn't even matter. They changed the channel. This is special. This is freaky right now. Now, is Brock Purdy Kurt Warner? Is Brock Purdy, Joe Montana? We can all have our opinions on this. It's still too early for me personally to say. This season is definitely going to say a lot. And the wins don't even matter. San Francisco got like a quote-unquote difficult schedule coming up here. San Francisco is winning 12 games. I will own up to it. I had Seattle winning the division. Brock Purdy he's just special. He's special. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I was wrong. Brock Purdy has shown me everything I've needed to see this season. He's clutch. Now, keep in mind, he's only trailed in the fourth quarter for under 3 minutes in his career. They're not really down. They're giving up 13 points a game and they're scoring almost 35. Here's the thing. We'll know by the end of the season. But I trust Kyle Shanahan. I trust Brock Purdy. I trust George Kittle. I certainly trust CMC, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. Outside of a Brock Purdy injury, which, God forbid, I don't even want to mention, but it's football. We got to mention these things. The San Francisco 49ers will win the Super Bowl, or they'll at the very least, they'll make the Super Bowl. What we're seeing right now in my day, like I'm only 24 years old. I've only seen so much football. It's just crazy. Words can't describe it. I'm speechless. I know we just talked for 7.5 minutes, but I'm speechless. It's just, they're loaded. They're freaking loaded. So, that's it for today, man. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'm just so sick of the, discrediting Brock Purdy. Like, he still has to make these throws. Do I think Brock Purdy is going to be the MVP this season? No, I don't think so. But a good quarterback gets his ball to his playmakers. A good coordinator, a good coach gets the most out of his players. And I think we're seeing that. But obviously, these guys are talented. Obviously, Brock Purdy is talented. He's in the NFL for a reason. He was drafted for a reason. So this is just so fun to watch. I'm so excited for my 49ers fans watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Like I said, if you want more Niners videos, let me know down below. But guys, I actually want to hear an opinion. Give me a grade on Brock Purdy. I expect to see nothing lower than an A-, but give me your thoughts. Give me a grade on Brock Purdy and this 49ers team. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.